Tech Talk Alert. After our latest digital life hack, you're going to hear one of my weekend show's best calls. You don't want to miss it. I bet your insurance company sent this one your way. Drive safely, get rewarded. Sign up for our smart driving program today. You've got a clean driving record, so what's the harm? I'm Kim Komando for Total AV, the award-winning antivirus software for just $19 right now at protectwithkim.com. Here's the deal with those smart driving programs. They promise discounts if you're a good driver, but they don't mention how much they're watching you. They use apps or gadgets in your car to track your speed, braking, how hard you accelerate, and even what time you're driving. All that data gets combined with your age, zip code, and driving history to calculate a score. If it's high enough, you could save anywhere from 10 to 30% on your premium. But before you sign up, ask your insurance company what they're tracking and how it's used. Watch out for things like speed, braking, and acceleration habits, late-night driving penalties, and even phone use while driving. 600,000 people start their day with my free newsletter. Sign up at getkim.com. Hey there, tech lovers and wannabes. Want to stay ahead of the game? You've got to check out my YouTube channel. It's amazing. So many people are loving my new and improved channel. For starters, we've got fresh how-to videos every week, like how to block those super annoying political text messages, let important calls through even in Do Not Disturb mode, and oh boy, watch out for sneaky QR codes that can actually brick your phone. It doesn't stop there. Join me for Kim Komando Today, a fun podcast where we break down the latest tech news and trends. It's like talking tech with a friend, minus all the boring stuff. You'll get the latest tips and tricks to keep you in the know and have a little fun while doing it. Plus, who doesn't love being the tech-savvy one in the crowd? So head to youtube.com/Kim Komando, hit subscribe, and make sure you never miss a new video or podcast. That's youtube.com/Kim Komando. And when you're there, be sure to hit that subscribe button. That's youtube.com/Kim Komando, with a K, of course. And I'll see you on the video. Now, check out this amazing call from the show. It's a real gem. Mel in Livingston, Montana. Hi, Mel. Well,
Greetings from Montana.
Hey, happy to hear you. Happy to have you on the show. So, what's your question today?
Yeah, my question is, in the ag world, farming, ranching, and construction, we need to find a good, ruggedized cell phone that we can afford. There's a couple brands out there, but the $1,000, there's options of putting OtterBoxes on,
Sure.
but then they don't fit into a pocket. And it would be nice to find something that is very ruggedized. I've looked on YouTube, and they'll come up with 10 different phones, and none of them have I heard of here in the States, except for the Caterpillar phone, and those are somewhere close to $1,000. And
Yeah.
that doesn't work out here on the ground working.
Yeah, the Caterpillar phone is pretty hard to beat, but as you mentioned, it's pretty pricey. But if you are ranching and in agriculture, like you mentioned, you can get a great OtterBox, of course. But sometimes the box is so big, you're like, okay, well, now what do I do with the phone? I'm actually kind of thinking the same thing. I have the brand new iPhone 12 Pro Max, and this thing is like, sometimes I feel like I'm putting an iPad up to my face and to make a phone call. It's like, what's going on with that? There are a couple of brands. Did you see a brand in particular that struck your fancy?
I looked online and saw the Ulefone Armor 7 and the Ulefone Armor 9 kind of floated to the top, but know nothing about the phones.
They're Android phones, and they've got a pretty good reputation. There's also, as you said, there's the 7E. If you were going to buy one, the 7E is the latest version. It was released of March of 2020. The 7 was released in October of 2019. So you always want to get the latest and greatest. So if you do settle for this and get this phone, make sure that you do get the 7E. It's got a lot of great certifications as far as water resistance, waterproof. It has an inner structure design, a composite back label. It has a really good processor on the inside. It has a triple camera. Just because that you're getting a phone that is rugged and you can drop it and from a tractor or from a horse or whatever it is that that you're not skimping on. You have a 48 megapixel camera and a 4x zoom. There's also underwater mode. There's a water drop screen. And it's a fairly big phone. It's 6.3 inches. The resolution is 1080 by 2340. It has a pretty good fast charge. It's wireless charging. And then it has the other things built in that you'd want, like a heart rate sensor, pedometer, and it has global frequency bands too. So that is something that may be of interest as well. So if you go from, say, Montana up to Canada with the ranch or with the farming or whatever you're doing, is this phone would also serve you that purpose as well. Not a Caterpillar phone. It doesn't have all the other bells and whistles that you want. But this phone is, I think it's like $450 versus $1,000. So is it a phone that is worth the money? Yeah, especially if you're doing the type of business that you are. You don't want to shell out $1,200 for an iPhone or for a Samsung Galaxy, and even can go up to $2,000 on that Galaxy. And then only to find out when you drop it, well, you just threw away $2,000. Not going to happen. So, buy the phone and then let us know how it works out for you. I'd be curious. But I have checked out the reviews on this phone several places over the last, 3 or 4 months. We seem to be getting this question, and it seems like a really good, viable alternative. And thank you so much for your call today, Mel. Hey, a huge thank you for streaming with me. Now, if you're puzzled about something techie, I'm your gal. Just find the Email Kim link over at komando.com and let those questions fly away. Now, every email gets my eyeballs, I promise. And keep your digital life in the know. Be sure you sign up for my free newsletter over at getkim.com.